I've been to many photographers who were not nice. They just were not patient, were not nice, and it was a job for them. For you, it wasn't a job. For you, it was a way to connect with a person's soul and then capture that through the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thanks for saying that, because I went through the same experience. I started on the other side like yourself, and I had so many bad experiences, and it just kept eating at me and eating at me. And I'm like, wow, these people are just doing this for money, and this camera is just a weapon to them. And to me, it was like a really precious, I'm saying things that I've never said before, because it's like, it's a soul seeker, and it's like, a heart seeker. And it's like you're tapping into people, and they're so vulnerable. So it's like getting in front of a psychologist or something. And I kind of call myself a phototherapist, because it's like more than just taking a picture, because people are very vulnerable. And even the most secure people on the outside, or confident, or this, it doesn't matter how much money I've shot millionaires, it doesn't matter. It's like when you put a camera up, everybody's like, they're vulnerable. And it's like, to take advantage of that is just not, it's just not fair, and it's not right. So for me, it's like being able to say, look, we're in this together. I'm going to bring this up. And obviously I don't work the way I'm talking right now. I work in a different way with humor, and being comfortable with myself. Getting to that place was a big turn for me, where I could be comfortable with myself so other people can be. If you're not comfortable with yourself, or if you're coming off with this attitude or this or that, then other people aren't going to be comfortable with you. So I keep this high energy, and I try to keep it fun, because people take this experience from photography and it carries over, into their real life in regards with the acting and the modeling. It's like they remember these experiences, and it builds them up or it tears them down. Because I've worked with a lot of young girls who said, I almost quit after my first shoot, but I thought I'd come to you and see if it could be any better. And I'm like, oh, it's so sad, all these young people that want to just kind of grow. And to me, if I can go into my modeling, I only got into it because I was deeply insecure. I never had a date. I was considered a dork, a geek, all that. And it just took this one kid in college that looked up at me and goes, you look like a JC Penney model. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Me? No way. Because I was so insecure, and I was so had no self-esteem. And I'm like, oh, let me try that. So what happened is I got into modeling, and it just took off right away, and people look at you differently. So to me, I don't know if I can explain this properly, if people would understand. It artificially built me up, because I understand it's all from the outside, right? So you're not working on your inside. Exactly. It's all this, but sometimes it takes a kickstart like that to get to your insides. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
but
it totally.
Me, that's how my journey went. I had to be like accepted on the outside, but it caused all these crazy things like being self-conscious, and people were looking at you different and treating you different. I'm like, hey, I'm still that little geeky kid from Amish country, Ohio, but nobody knew it. And when you traveled and went to places, people didn't know what you thought. Or so there's a lot of good, but a lot of bad that goes with that.